Speaking of the tiers, it's interesting, Greg. ESPN in their power rankings have the Patriots ranked 27th. Is that too low for you?
Yeah, it's too low. I think that's putting too much into the actual records. And look, I understand if you're in a different city and you're taking a 10,000-foot view of these Patriots, you're like, they've only beaten the Steelers, and look at the Steelers. They're awful. They've already changed quarterbacks, which is 100% true. And what I tried to tell people at the time, that Steelers team is bad. And the quarterback, especially the offense, is bad. The defense is pretty good, but the offense is bad. And you look at that and you're like, the Patriots, their only victory is they had to squeak by the Steelers. So I understand people saying that. I just think it's unfair. It's sort of like, I watch the Raiders film every week just to sort of keep tabs on what they're doing. And the Raiders are 1-3, but they are literally like a play or two in each game away from being 4-0. And I think they're a good team. I don't think they should be 4-0. They deserve to lose those games because they didn't make the crucial plays in the big spot, like, taking down Kyler Murray at one time, on 12 consecutive plays. All you have to do is tackle the kid once and the game's over, and they couldn't do it. So it's their own fault. But, I think the Raiders are a good 1-3 team. I wouldn't say the Patriots are a good 1-3 team. They got to start stacking success. And, they beat the Steelers. They played the Ravens tough. They certainly played the Packers tough, and that game was there to win. Now they need to put it together. And I think that, 27th, no. I think I look more, and I'm sure people who listen to this podcast know that I look at Football Outsiders and their DVOA rankings, which is efficiency, and it compares every play to the rest of the league in a certain situation, away, home, whatever. And I think to me, it's one of the best measures on teams. And they have the Patriots 19th. They had the Lions 18th. Overall. And so I would say that's more in the area. I think Patriots are right around, they're just below the middle of the pack, but, a couple of wins here and they start looking more efficient. All of a sudden they start climbing to 15, which is really, I think, where we had them before the season and where I expect them to be most of this season.
Bottom 5. Get them on face, ESPN. I know what they're not a bottom 5 team. I've seen a lot of teams this year. A lot of teams are, you got a number of teams that just stink. Patriots are not a bottom 5 team. I would push back and say, if you want to look at the silver linings, let's give a little optimism here. They played Miami super tight on the road, first game of the year, which they always have a tough time winning in Miami. Played them tight, right? They obviously, you mentioned they beat Pittsburgh. Against Baltimore, that's a one-possession game with them turning the football over 4 times in that football game. So, I think you look at that and you say that could be an anomaly. Lamar Jackson killed them, but they turned the ball over a ton, and it was still a one-possession game. And then last week, again, you push it into overtime, and you had a chance to win that game in regulation. You had a chance to win that game in overtime with your third-string quarterback. So circumstances, context matter. ESPN, as we know, not every single person that works for that company, but ESPN, I wouldn't say their strong point is context and in-depth analysis across the board.